Hello, everyone. I'm Father Joseph. Tonight, I'd like to talk about our spiritual families, where we come from. Okay? This is the way it works. Usually, your blood family that you're born into, and the bloodlines, they're the same beings over and over. You always rotate playing different roles: man, husband, wife, daughter, child. We flip them all around because there's so much karma in that we couldn't be just mixing up with all different people. So we really, but that's our true family in the physical bloodline, and you know that on the other side. You know all your relatives all the way back to the beginning. I pray for them. I teach you how to do that. I pray for both of my bloodlines. I have relationship with all my relatives all the way back. When I pray for you or anybody, I pray back to your second generation, your great-great-grandparents. It's been ingrained in me for a long time. I pray for everybody in your family all the way back to your great-great-grandparents on both sides. That's what I do. Okay, that's when every prayer, anytime I pray for anybody ever, that's the group that gets prayed for. Okay, so we have that bloodline, but our spiritual family is a little different. It's not the exact same family as your bloodline. Okay, the spiritual family of yours, you go back to your creation. You've been together, your group, like-minded. So when God made the first spirits, there were all different kinds, but the like-minded, clung together, right? Okay, that's what we do, right? So, because the human, God's made us so vast. Our mind is so vast, has so many possibilities, that we need all different ways to be, And so we can only focus on a certain area, Okay, we all can't be a super athlete and Einstein in the same body. It doesn't work that way. So we come from the spiritual family of like-minded people. So I come from a family of all monks and priests. So anytime the world, when they're this is the way it goes. There's action all the time creating civilization to move it along, keeping everything in order. There's many beings that are at work keeping everything in order, and you have guides and angels around you, and they're your think tank and your your governing board. And when you come to the life, they all work together at a big desk, watching you in the middle, seeing your life. They're all around there with their papers and everything, recording everything. And when you come back over, they go over everything with you. You should have done this. Remember that? Did you say you were going to do that? I don't know what they talk about, but that's who you work with. So your incarnation is like there's a whole bunch of engineers behind you and people responsible for you. So it's like a player on the team. There's a big coaching staff and a lot of people involved. Okay. It's the same thing. Okay, so that's the way we come. So our spiritual family is everybody like us. We love them. We want to be here. We never want to leave this. I don't know what any of them look like. But so I come from the ones of monks and priests, and when they need a monk or priest, they come. Okay, here's the one we need, and I got this one. You see, because I was most appropriate for this one. I was perfect for this one. They're like, yeah, this guy will work for this. Somebody who could be in the world and be a priest and a monk, and right. I had a personal. In my past lives, I combat the Catholic Church. I've been fighting them a long time because I walk with Christ. I left my life to walk with Christ. I know that life. Okay? And I came back my first life after that, in the year 120. I came back, and I thought I was going to just pick up where we left off with Jesus, and I was appalled that his teachings were already upside down, already just messed up completely, yeah. And that's why we went into the desert fathers, because it's like we got to start again. These guys are one generation or 4 generations, it was already gone. So that's who I am. So I know Christ's teaching. So that's what I teach you. I teach you how to love him. And you see, I'm not giving you a tradition. Okay? I know how you can meet God inside. I know nothing else but that. Okay? And that's who I am through time. And so the church, I come when the church has lost it. That's what happens, okay? The church age is over. That's why I'm here. All right? So we come from a spiritual family, and that's my spiritual family. And yours is, you just want to be with them all the time. And you're reluctant to come here, right? This world is so perfect. But it's not heaven. It's not heaven. I know I had one NDA guys called them heavens. There's a lot of heavens. And he's right. I never thought about it. But these spiritual families are heavens. They're heavens. And each one is perfect for them, whatever it looks like. Man, I can't wait to see the different ones. The architects. Could you imagine going to the architects, what that looks like? So I come from the monks and the priests, and I was like, what's the monks and the priests look like, you know? And I was like, maybe we're a bunch of businessmen and women, right? And we do the monk and priest to get out of that stuff. So who knows what we are there. But anyway, you come from a perfect family of spiritual beings that you love, and you've loved them forever since God created you. And that's who your true family is. Okay? So when you go back to the other side, you know, if you didn't make heaven, you go back to your spiritual family. If you make heaven, you go back and visit, but they can't come and visit you. Maybe they can, I don't know. But I know in heaven that there's all different levels of heaven. I mean, thousands of them, degrees of heaven. All different vibrations as they go up. As your vibration goes up, the loving you are, you know, the more no ego, you know. There's all different levels, right? Well, that's all the heavens, all different levels, right? So if you're up here, right, you could visit anybody down here, go in their homes, everything. You can't go above you, but you can go anybody lower. That's the way it works. Okay? So there's all different degrees of heaven. You see, in heaven, you know, some people are walking on the ground, and some people are flying, you know. It's like, why aren't they flying? Maybe they can fly and they walk. I didn't know, but I'm sorry, there's different levels. I see one time the angels, what they do is they come down, they play music, incredible music. They come down, and close to the floor of heaven, there's this level, the main level of heaven. It's like an atom bomb, I told you. It looks like that. It looks just like that. So there's that main floor of heaven. And so these angels come down from higher realms, right? And they play this music, and all the people in this realm just all get just euphoric. They get all the animals dancing and just the people. And I looked down, I was like, how can they fly? Are they just down there? Is that their level? You know? But there's all different levels of heaven. Okay? So there's so many degrees of consciousness and love. But basically, if you want to learn a lot of knowledge or love a lot, take the road of love. Forget the knowledge road. Forget that road. Go down the love one, especially if you have short time. You know? Just get into love. And if you want to love God, Jesus, whatever form, Mary, they're all God in different forms. We're all one. Do you know we're all God and we split up? Okay, can't they be a little separated? You know? But that's God too. So wherever way you can love, that's why he gives you. You know what my mother said to me? She goes, Dale, you're lucky. Or she should have said blessed, but how you could love the Blessed Mother and have that relationship. She goes, I just can't. But I had that with Jesus. And I didn't have that with Jesus. I was like, what? And she goes, maybe that's the way it is. You know, the man and the woman gives you both avenues to love him. I was like, Mom, I think you got that right. So you see, he gives you both avenues in. Any way you could fall in love with him. That's what you want to do. He's you're missing the boat. He's your bride, a groom. He's ready to marry you, and he wants your love, and we're not loving back. And we're running around here being preoccupied. Instead of just stop and turn in and just fall in love. That's all he's asking for, nothing else. Not about sin and all that. Just stop and fall in love with me, and it'll all happen after that. Okay? This is why I never go to the doctor or anything. God just takes care of me. If you live God in your daily life, you don't have to go to the doctor. Honestly, my whole life, no doctors, just the typical sicknesses, you know, nothing else. I'm protected because I do godly work. He doesn't want me to focus on protecting myself and eating the right food. I eat the wrong food, the wrong everything. And I'm just always healthy and always everything because he takes care of me. That's what happens when you walk in holiness. Okay, this is what he does. He takes care of you, but you got to give it all up for him. That's what those vows are. Even if you're home and a secular person, you can make your vows inside yourself to God. I'm going to be chaste. I'm going to be that virgin. Turn into a virgin again. You can. I became a virgin again. You can. The devil makes you think you can't. You can. Murderers can be virgins again. You can. That's how God's so wonderful. He'll take anybody. All right? All right, God bless you. In the name of the Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Amen.